And more money is being invested in the United States right now than at any time in the history of our country. And Americans are working today more so than ever before. We have more jobs today than we've ever had, and it's not even close.
So this is incredible.
This is with this skirmish we have with the Islamic Republic of Iran. And more money is being invested in the United States right now than at any time in the history of our country. And Americans are working today more so than ever before. We have more jobs today than we've ever had. This is with this skirmish we have with the Islamic Republic of Iran. And I call it that because, let me tell you, they're getting hit so hard and they want to make a deal. But I say they're not ready to make a deal.
In Georgia, the president of the United States was mocked at his own rally. Finally, someone caught on, and the camera operator did this.
American capitalism proven all over the world when it's done right. It's not always done right.
He intentionally cuts the trolls out of the shot until...
They're afraid of the communists. You look at it. Now, I fought Ossoff before, as you know, and we won. We had a great success against this guy. He reminds me of Pinky Herman. Did you ever see Pinky Herman? John Ossoff and the congressional Democrats voted against securing our border.
Dude got a few more impressions in. On that terrible and very embarrassing Pee Wee Herman line, he reminds me of Pinky Herman. Did you ever see Pinky Herman, the rambling POTUS said of John Ossoff? 9.com wrote Trump was referencing Pee Wee Herman, the children's TV character popular in the 80s. They'd add, it was an odd reference for POTUS. Trump 80 is too old to have watched the show. Ossoff 39, too young to know it. For Trump, he botched the nickname, but likely had a younger person write these out with pictures to accompany his deranged posts on Truth Social. He did the same with James Tallarico, Senate candidate from Texas, who is taking on a man who really loves his mistresses, Ken Paxton. But of course, I digress. Margaret Hartman of New York Mag wrote, Trump confirmed that he'd misspoken later in the speech when he correctly named Pee Wee Herman while attacking John Ossoff. This is the wrong move. All POTUS did was invite Grandpa can't remember his own dumb nickname jokes. Hartman would continue. Trump should have doubled down on Pinky, tying it into his effort to brand all Dems communists. Trump could claim he was using a clever mashup of Pinko Commie and Pee Wee Herman. To be clear, this is not actually a clever or very good insult. It requires people to know who Pee Wee Herman is. Trump calls all Dems commies, and C, Pinko is an outdated pejorative term for people on the left, but it's still a lot better than the previous nickname for Ossoff. Others in the crowd, seated behind Trump, didn't appear fully engaged. He spoke for 74 minutes. Tons of attendees could be seen having side convos, looking tired or bored, or just looking down at their phones. Kyle Kalinske would then write on Twitter, mocked at his own rallies, it's over, bro, is washed as blank.
2 U.S. soldiers were getting blown to smithereens in an airbase in Jordan. I mean, this guy, he doesn't give a about anybody but himself. Have you seen the laundry list of trying to shove his name on or put his face on, right? You all know the Trump Kennedy Center. That was the big thing. Now there's Donald J. Trump International Airport. He's trying to do the Arc de Trump. He put his face on passports. We just saw the other day he's trying to get his face on a coin now. Okay? All that's going on. Grocery prices are super high. Gas prices are super high. AI's coming to take your job. People are struggling. Basically, 90% of the country is already living in a recession. Already there, right? And this guy doesn't give a. It is now the least cool thing in the world to be a Republican. It's not edgy. It's not interesting. It's not contrarian. It's not fun. It's just, you are a loser who is sadistic. To be in MAGA, or be even a Republican at this point, you're just a sadist. Like, you are just a sadist. You are basically advertising to the world, I have a low IQ, I'm unintelligent, I'm a and also I'm sadistic. I know I'm in pain, so I'd like to see some federal thugs shoot a brown person in the face from time to time to make me feel better about my objectively life.
Many are seeing it for what it is.
This is the type of dishonor that the president deserves when he earlier in the day attended the dignified transfer of 3 U.S. soldiers killed in his Iran war. And when he attended this dignified transfer, he began to undermine not only their legacy, but downplay the effect that this war has had on soldiers across the world, on U.S. families, on gas prices. Donald Trump wants us to think, he wants to sell to the American people this idea that he's winning, but it doesn't seem like people are buying it. The young people that are mocking him throughout his rallies, the lack of support that he's seeing in this war. Only 28% of Americans think the Iran war is helping us. That is a record low. It's too high, of course, but it's continuing to drop. This dude is incredibly dishonorable. This guy is undignified, and our soldiers deserve the best in the United States. But why did he start this failing war that is now dragging on? With each week that goes on, the United States will have to make more and more concessions to Iran because we lose leverage.
Okay, so there's a lot to break down here. The first is, I can't imagine being so deep in a cult like MAGA and sending my kids, whether it's on their own volition or not, sending my kids to go die for that man and the military industrial complex, and then going to his rally and crying. Like, I know they're in shock. I would be in shock. I cannot ever imagine it. But to support that guy, for all the ills that he stands for, and clearly you're there because you think he is God sent him. Like, something just shook me to my core of how do you not see it? How? I mean, and especially at the Butler rally, when all these evangelical MAGA supporters are like, God saved him. What about the firefighter who got capped? God didn't care about him. God just took a day off from caring about backing the thin red line. I mean, I've seen the AI slop too of Jesus. Oh, and then your Lord and Savior Donald Trump creates an AI image to make himself out to be Jesus, even though the White House will deny it. They could try and do that. It is really startling. And in the news of unrelatability, no one knows who Pee Wee is unless you're like an older millennial and up. And this political movement is losing Gen Z every single day. Like, you are making yourself out to look like you are completely out of touch with the base when you are talking about how a senator looks like Pee Wee Herman and you're trying to bring back the Mad TV stuff with James Tallarico. It's unhinged. We've known that this person is unhinged for quite a while, but to see it just get to this level over and over and over again. And to touch on Texas very quickly, what gets me is you have someone who was in public education as a teacher who said, you know, I actually do want to make a difference. And a lot of these people who support Donald Trump, they don't actually read the Bible. And he has a girlfriend who's like a vegan, and he taught kids, and now he wants to really try and make the most out of a terrible situation by lending his part in American politics. And then you have someone who claims that they divorced their wife because of his own religious beliefs, when really his wife claimed that he was cheating on her. And it seems like that's true because the mistress has been seen over and over again. His own party doesn't even like him because he is corrupt and a crook. And yet some voters are just like, man, I don't know. Tough call there. Also, and this is just my last thing, the John Ossoff, should he run for president stuff, it's gotta calm down. We have to calm down. He's like a center, somewhat left politician. Not a fan. He's fine. I think he's dry. I do. I think he's very dry. He voted to fund ICE. Not a red line for anybody. And there's a lot more there, but I actually think AOC is the play for 28. And I think everybody on the left should rally around her, because if they run someone like an Ossoff or a frickin' Gavin Newsom, we are doomed. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.